Okay, you guys, so to start off, I'm going to show you how to clean your oxtails. So here I have 2 pounds of oxtails. See if you guys can. 2 pounds of oxtails. So before I begin, I just want to say this recipe is going to be off of my 2 pounds, but you may have to add more or less when it comes to seasoning, depending on how many pounds you have. So right now, like I said, I have 2 pounds. So in order to clean your oxtails, you're going to need some salt. Now we're going to have to put a lot of salt, but that's only just to clean them. We're going to wash them thoroughly, so don't even worry about it having too much salt in it. So what you do is take your salt and go ahead and put that all up on there just like that, because you can see it has a lot of dirt in it. You don't need too much, but just, I would say it has to taste like salt water. You want it to taste a little bit like salt water. So then you're going to add your water. Now for this portion, I'm going to tell you, add enough water to cover your oxtails. You're going to need enough water to cover your oxtails, just until they're completely covered. So you can see, just want it to be covered. A little bit more. I forgot to mention to add some white vinegar to this as well. Not a lot, because you don't want it to taste like vinegar, although it's going to be rinsed off. So about a half a teaspoon of vinegar. The vinegar is just going to tenderize the meat and also help clean it as well. Show you the seasonings I'm going to be using, as well as the vegetables I'm going to be using for this dish. So to start off, I'm going to be seasoning with some allspice. I'm also going to be using some adobo light by Goya. Adobo light without pepper. Thyme. Now thyme is a little strong, so we're going to use a little bit of this, and this is what it looks like. I'm also going to use onion and garlic powder, the mixture of both of them. You can see this is what it looks like. Some paprika, or any kind of spice or for heat that you like. I like paprika, so I'm going to add some paprika to mine. And also the Goya without annatto. Goya without annatto. And you take it out the package and it looks just like this. I'm also going to be using my ingredient that's going to aid in browning, and this is the Gravy Master. You can use any browning you like. I just decided to go with this. I'm trying to zoom out so you guys can see what it looks like. Gravy Master, and see, it's just like a browning sauce, a liquid. I'm going to be using 1 green pepper. Take the seeds out. I'm going to show you how to cut this as well. And I'm also going to be using a half of onion. I like to cut mine in half first, then open it up. Hope you guys are seeing this here. And remove, make sure there's no seeds in it or anything. This, take the seeds out. Don't forget to take out your seeds. Do the same with this one. Cut it in half. Let me show you. Cut it in half. Open it up, and you see those seeds. You want to take all that out. So I just go like that and push it to the side. Alright. Now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the inside of it as well. It's just a little stem. Take that out. Then I'm going to cut the vegetable into strips like this. cut it into strips. Just medium strips. Now that they're cut into strips, you're gonna put them together. I like them to be medium sized strips. Just like this. I'm picky. Okay. Now that they are cut into strips, I'm gonna go ahead and just chop it. Just like this. Okay? You just chop them. This is a whole green right here. Cut off this top portion here. To prevent tearing when it comes to onions, you can place it in your freezer for a good 30 minutes before you cut them. This is what the oxtails are going to look like after you let it sit in that salt vinegar water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse them off thoroughly. And what I like to do is I like to kind of put them in a separate pot. A great thing to do to help take off that vinegary taste and that salt is to just run the oxtails over extremely cold water. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, and then kind of just give it a shake like this. You want to shake them and then take that water out and kind of do it like 3 or 4 times. It will just help. It will help to take out some of that flavor. And this is gonna take a while because you're gonna take each of them and do it. You don't have to do it that way. You can probably get away with just shaking it and getting the water out, but I like to do it this way because there was so much salt being put into it. I like to make sure all of that is not going into my complete dish. So I just like to rinse them all thoroughly, one by one, and then I transfer them into another bowl. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. I am back with my oxtails thoroughly washed. And now it's time for my favorite part, which is seasoning. Now I did forget to mention to include salt into your seasoning after you have washed it off, because remember the salt was only just to clean it, and as you can see it is nice and clean. I don't have measuring spoons or anything like that, so I'm going to be using a spoon that looks like this. Okay, and I'm going to say that this is a teaspoon here. 1 teaspoon. Alright, so to start this off, I'm going to use my onion powder. It doesn't matter which order you go. I'm just starting with my onion and garlic powder. So I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see me really pouring the stuff in. Okay, so 1 teaspoon of this. Actually, I'm going to go with 2 teaspoons. So the more oxtails you have, the more seasoning you're going to have to use. So 2 tablespoons of allspice.
After all of the days and all of the nights that we had shared, I could have sworn that you were never to me the way you did. And after all of the plans and memories that we had
This is the with pepper. The only difference is that it has pepper in it. 1.5 teaspoons of this. Don't forget your salt. Salt is going to have to be included in this to kind of make the dish come together. 1 tablespoon of salt. Okay, this is perfect. Not too much because it's strong.
After all of the talks we had about marriage and having kids, it seemed unlikely to me that you would ever pull something like this. And after all of
Now, the more of this you add, the darker your meat is going to be. So I like my meat a lot dark, so I'm gonna add 2, 3, like 4, 5, about 7 teaspoons. I'm just kind of see where it's at first before I do anything. So again, this is what it looks like after you add the browning. You see, you're gonna have to get in there again and mix all that up. Oxtails is one of those dishes that you really want to marinate because you want the meat to be very flavorful. This is what it should look like once you added all the browning and seasoning and your vegetables. The onion, peppers, this is what it should look like. Now as you can see, you see that liquid? All of that is gonna stay in these oxtails until the morning or whenever you decide to cook it the next day. I'm gonna put mine in a crock pot. So till tomorrow, this is gonna sit and I will see you guys real soon.